Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 worst luxury purchases when it comes to cost per wear. Now, not everything comes down to cost per wear. Sometimes something is very expensive and it is just for special occasion, once in a while, those moments where you want to take it out for a spin and it makes you feel amazing. But in these cases, they're all pretty bad cost per wear, no matter how much I enjoy them, or some of them I don't enjoy that much actually. So I'm going to share with you the 10 items, and I'm also going to share with you my lessons learned along the way. So the first item I will share with you is actually a fairly new purchase for me. This is from Celine, and it is none other than the Triumph belt. Yes, this is the Triumph hardware, and you guys know this is so popular. And I think I just got swept up in lots of images that I saw on social media, on Pinterest, and how this was styled. And it just really brings an outfit together. You can wear it super casually and then add this for just a little elevation. So I think it's a beautiful belt. And I have technically no regrets about buying it, except that I don't wear belts that often. And when I do wear a belt with dresses or dressier outfits, I tend to go for my Hermes Kelly belts. I've got 2 Kelly belts, and I know if you've been on my channel before, you know which ones those are. So this is a little bit different. It's got the shiny leather, so it is more elevated, but you can also dress it down. And some of you have asked me to do an update on wear and tear. It's holding up fine. There's a little bit of wrinkling here, which I showed early on. That happened immediately after I bought it and tried it. Then the hardware is holding up fine. There's like micro scratches, but doesn't bother me at all. But the truth is, I haven't worn this all that much to really be able to assess the wear and tear. It's not like I wear it, once or twice a week. Certainly not. So in terms of cost per wear for a belt, this is not good. I could buy a belt that is, from Madewell. I've been looking at Madewell belts actually, and there's one that's really pretty, and I think it's about $48. And so if I wore that once in a while, the cost per wear would still be fine versus something expensive like this. So I'm going to keep it, I'm going to wear it, but the cost per wear is definitely not great. So that's item number 1 in no particular order. Then I've got something from Chanel, and I do wear most of my Chanel bags on rotation, but this is the large O case, and I use it as a clutch. It's beautiful. It's got the little Mona Lisa pocket. It's the ribbon tweed, black and white with cream interwoven. It says Coco Chanel. It's very much a Coco Chanel piece. It screams Chanel. The tweed is iconic, and it's quite roomy. I can fit all of my essentials and then just grab it and go. But I think with tweed, you have to know that it is seasonal. And I bought this, I think, in the winter time, so it was perfect. But other than fall, winter, mostly winter, you can't rock this in the summer. Like, it's July right now, it's hot. This thick tweed is not gonna go, it doesn't make sense. So the fact that I can only use this maybe half the year or a quarter of the year, and I'm certainly not grabbing it every single day, it's not great in terms of cost per wear. However, it wasn't that expensive compared to other Chanel bags, right? Because this is in the small leather good category. At the time, I got it for, I think, right around $1,000 or a little less than $1,000, which sounds like a steal because of all the price increases now, but it's still a good chunk of change. The amount of times I've worn it, the cost per wear is still high, but I will hang on to it. I will use it. My daughter has come to like it. At first, she said it looked like recycled trash, and she was definitely making fun of it. There's a video of that from way back when, but she's come to think it's quite a unique piece, so maybe one day she'll want it. That's item number 2. Then this one, wow, lesson learned. It's still in the box, never used. I've shown this in another video a while back, and this is always a prime example for me to remember that I should not buy things that I have no use for in my lifestyle. So I know a lot of times we kind of dream and we're aspirational in our shopping. We want to buy things that look beautiful, even if we don't know where we'll wear it to. This is exactly what happened. These are Manolo Blahniks, special edition, lace and satin with this pearly detail. I wanted to get flats because I walk a lot, and even when I get dressed up, I don't love to wear heels all that often, so I thought this is dressy but comfortable. I do need to eventually get the bottoms soled because this is just pure leather. It's going to get wrecked, especially here in the city. So I need to do that, but I just haven't been motivated to go and take these to the cobbler because I'm not going to wear these. I mean, I know I can wear these with jeans I was intending to wear these kind of dressed down, but you know, they've got pearls and they're delicate. And here's the thing, when I went to Manolo Blahnik, I bought also the same day 2 pairs of sandals, which are much more practical than these, and I still have those. But I also tried these on in a cream ivory color, which I thought was stunning, and I absolutely fell in love with them. But there were 2 other customers there admiring the shoes, and then the sales associate as well was like, they're gorgeous, but they're not practical, and they look like wedding shoes because they're cream, they're white. You might as well go for the darker color. And I was like, which darker color? And they brought this out. And you guys know, I don't really love gray. Gray, it's just hard for me. I don't know why. Gray is hard for me. So I shouldn't have compromised on that. You guys know I've made some other mistakes that were gray. So I'm not going to sell these because the resale value on these suck. So I'm not going to get my money back, not even close to it. So I might as well just keep them for special occasions, get them sold on the bottom, make them more comfortable and easy to wear. But these are a really good reminder for me not to compromise on my style preferences and not to be impulsive and buy something that I can't imagine myself really using or wearing. All right, so that's item number 3. And speaking of gray, if you watched my last video, you'll know I also sold my gray Hermes Kelly bag. It was a Kelly 28 in the Gris Meyer, and that cost per wear was horrendous because you know how expensive Kelly bags are. I bought it at the boutique. I didn't pay crazy resale prices, but however, it was still a lot. It was 5 figures, and I was maybe grabbing it like once or twice a year. And I just thought, no, this color's not working for me. This bag's not working for me. And I let it go. So if you want more details on that, you can watch my last video. But I did keep my Birkin. Oh, before I show you my Birkin, I have to show you this. Another really bad purchase. Not really a luxury brand, but it is the luxury maker of organizer inserts. So you know I've tried Samorga, I've tried ZOOMONI, I'm a huge fan of ZOOMONI. I've tried DGAZ, they're the silk inserts. I really like those as well. But before all that, I got this from 7RP, 7 Rue Paradis, which is a French company, and they use really nice high quality materials marketed as being like the creme de la creme for Hermes bags. And there was this sort of hype at the time that if you have a Birkin or a Kelly, you have to get it the best organizer insert. Nonsense. This was about $600 US at the time. It's in euros and then you convert it. I think it was like $600. It's nice. It feels nice. It's definitely high quality, but it's thick. It's heavier than the other inserts, and it's just not necessary to have. So this is definitely poor cost per wear because I don't use this, and it's a regret, frankly. So in here, I have a different insert, and I have experimented with a few, but right now, my favorite for this Birkin, it's the 30 size, and I have, just pull this out. Here's the Twilly. I have this one here. So this is the silk organizer from DGAZ. And I have discount codes for both DGAZ and ZOOMONI down below in my description box. If you want to shop around, you can save some money. But this is lighter, and I like how it is soft. So the bag is supposed to taper like this. And so if you get an organizer that doesn't taper and isn't soft enough, it's going to ruin the structure of the bag. So I like this. It's nice. It's just an insert. It's supposed to keep the inside clean and also structured. That's pretty much it. I got the matching color here. And so this is a regret. And then the Birkin, I don't regret buying it, but the cost per wear is absolutely horrendous. Unless you're the kind of person that's going to wear a Birkin every day or every other day. That's not me. I tend to gravitate towards smaller bags, crossbody bags, and I have to be in the mood for this. So this is never going to be one of my most worn bags ever. It's just going to be one of those bags that I pull out when I feel like it, and that's once in a while. So the cost per wear is never going to be great considering how much I paid for it. So I just wanted to be honest about that. And if you are considering buying a quota bag like an Hermes Birkin or a Kelly, expensive as it is, you want to think through, does it work for you? And is it worth it for you? For me, I'm a handbag enthusiast. I really like handbags. So to have a Birkin, it feels nice to be able to have the Togo leather, be able to have the palladium hardware, be able to have a piece of history. But a lot of it is hype, let's be real. So if you don't think it's worth it for you, then don't bother. And this, man, this is the Speedy B 35 size, and it's my travel bag. I usually use it for like driving trips, like road trips, weekends. When I go abroad and it's longer trips farther away on the plane, I will take my MZ Wallace nylon travel bag as a carry-on for the plane because it's much easier and more roomy. But this one here, I had considered selling it. And so many of you were like, don't do it. So you all convinced me to keep it because it is so beautiful. It's made in France. The structure is absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes it's hard to find well-made Louis Vuitton bags from the boutique, and this was a gem of a find. So I know a lot of you were saying if you let it go and you regret it, you're never going to find one like this again. That's probably too dramatic to think of it that way, but I still do use this for occasional weekend trips and short day trips. So the cost per wear on this is not going to be great since it's not meant to be an everyday bag for me, but it's still functional for me. So I am hanging on to it. So those of you who said not to sell it will be happy to hear it's not going anywhere for now. And this is another Hermes piece. This is a shawl. It is silk and cashmere blend. It's gorgeous. But the problem is I bought this the same day that I bought this. Same exact size, same exact silk and cashmere blend, black and gold, and it's just gorgeous. And I first gravitated towards this immediately, and it's a sketch of a horse, if you can see. Love this so much. I just use this anytime, when my shoulders are cold. I just want to throw it over me any season. It's light enough, but it's warm enough, and it just goes with every outfit. But I was torn at the time between these two, and I remember one person saying, oh, this looks better on you, the colors really pop, it's more flattering. And I was like, oh really? But I like this one. And I made the mistake of just caving and saying, okay, I'll just buy both, because I couldn't decide. And frankly, when you can't decide, it's probably better to just walk away and take a day to think about it, because what's the rush really? But because I felt like I had to make a decision on the spot, I pushed myself to buy both. And these are not really cheap, right? You can get much more affordable shawls from another brand. But they're just gorgeous. So I have this. I've never worn this. I might gift it away at some point, or I might just hang on to it and grow to love it down the road if my style evolves, which, everyone's style evolves as we age. But right now, I like to look at it, and I thought about even framing it as wall art, but I've done nothing with it. So this cost per wear is terrible because it's never been worn. The last two items are shoes. These were purchased from the Chanel private sale, and I thought, wow, what a steal. These are boots, navy with black tips. They're kind of dusty because I haven't worn them in a long time, and they're collecting dust in the back of my closet. Beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. The curves here, the heel, the pearl detail on the CC. There's nothing wrong with it. It's stretchy here, so it fits really nicely, hugs my ankle. I will wear these from time to time. As you can see, they're worn. However, I think I just got swept up in the private sale. It was 40% off. I felt like, oh my gosh, I got invited. I should buy something. And these felt like a steal considering the retail price. And I just grabbed them, and everybody was hyping me up, saying they look so great. But the reality is, I don't wear heels like this anymore. When I was younger, yes, almost every day. But now, after having my kids, no, I don't enjoy wearing heels like these. So again, these are not going to hold their resale value, so there's no point in selling them. I will just hang on to them and wear them from time to time. But the cost per wear, even though they were on sale, not great. And the last are also from Chanel, these loafers, again, dusty because they have not been worn. So chocolate colored leather. And this was soon after I converted to become a loafers gal. I was not into loafers. I felt like they kind of looked masculine and too preppy. But then I don't know, somehow converted, and I saw these on the private sale, and I thought, okay, so they're a little bit scuffed because I think I wore them once. And they're just so cute. Again, they were 40% off, and I thought, what a steal. But I think brown shoes in general, like dark brown color shoes in general are hard for people like me who wear mostly black. It's hard to, I don't know. I can definitely wear this with like tan and other neutrals. I just haven't reached for them. And I think it's because I have these, remember? The Gucci Brixton loafers, which I got them resoled on the bottom in rubber so that they don't slip because it's all leather on the bottom. And these are the ones that converted me into becoming a loafers gal. And they're still in really great condition. So when I am in the mood for loafers, if I want to look a little bit preppy, I grab these. And they're just easier to match as well because they're black and they're so comfortable. So these have been getting neglected. So again, from cost per wear, not great. But again, doesn't make sense for me to sell these. So I might as well just use them from time to time. So that is it. Those are my top 10 worst cost per wear luxury purchases that I could think of. One is already gone because I let it go, which was the Hermes Kelly 28. Feel so light and free and happy to have passed that along to someone else. And I hope that the new owner is enjoying that bag. I'm glad to no longer have it. It wasn't working for me. But let me know, what are your worst cost per wear purchases? And do you like them? Do you love them? The once in a while times that you use them, do you feel great? Or are there also some items where you're like, I shouldn't have bought this. I really don't need this. When am I ever going to wear this? As you can see from my pile, I had kind of a mix. So just thought I would share and my lessons learned. If they're helpful in any way, I wanted to share them with you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.